There's a saying that a man's body is like a house he's lived in his whole life. He knows every creak in the floorboards, every draft from the window. But what happens when you start to feel like a stranger in your own home? When there's a room you no longer enter, not because you don't want to, but because you're afraid of what you'll find, or what you won't. For many men over 60, that room is the master bedroom. That silence, that quiet retreat from intimacy, it is not an ending. It is a symptom. And today we are going to diagnose the cause. Welcome to ElderCare Insights. I'm Dr. Alan Rivera. My promise to you is to always speak with clarity and respect. We're going to pull back the curtain on the 5 most common penis health mistakes that men in our age group make every single day. And I urge you to stay with me because the 5th mistake we'll discuss is one that can silently sabotage all your other efforts. And understanding it is the key to reclaiming your confidence. Let's begin. Mistake number 1, ignoring your body's check engine light. The first, and by far the most dangerous mistake, is treating erectile dysfunction as a problem of pride or performance, instead of recognizing it for what it truly is, a critical health signal from your body. Think of it as your car's check engine light. It doesn't turn on to embarrass you in front of other drivers. It turns on to warn you of a deeper problem under the hood, so you can fix it before you end up stranded on the side of the road. The science on this is irrefutable. The blood vessels in the penis are significantly smaller and more delicate than the large coronary arteries that feed your heart. This means they're often the very first place to show signs of trouble when plaque begins to build up in your circulatory system, a condition called atherosclerosis. What happens in those small vessels is a preview, a warning, of what could be happening in the much larger, more critical vessels leading to your heart and your brain. The statistics are sobering. A comprehensive body of research shows that men with erectile dysfunction have a 48% higher risk of developing heart disease. Let that number sink in. Nearly double the risk. Ignoring erection problems isn't just delaying a solution for your sex life. You could be ignoring a direct warning about a future heart attack or stroke. Your body is communicating with you in the only language it knows. This isn't about vanity. This is about survival. Mistake number 2, the silent treatment with your doctor. This leads directly to the second and perhaps most heartbreaking mistake. Suffering in silence out of shame or embarrassment. You will talk to your doctor about your cholesterol, your aching knee, your blood sugar, but you won't talk about this. This is the wall of silence. Let me tell you about a patient of mine. For his privacy, we'll call him Samuel. Samuel was a 69-year-old retired woodworker, a man whose hands had spent 50 years turning rough lumber into beautiful, functional furniture. He was a man of quiet strength and immense pride. When he first came to my office, it was for a routine checkup, but I could see a weight on him. He avoided eye contact. Finally, at the end of our appointment, as he was about to leave, he paused at the door and said, "Doc, there's one more thing." He confessed that for over a year, his erections had become unreliable. He hadn't told a soul, not even his wife of 45 years. He was trying to fix it himself, secretly buying unregulated male enhancement pills from an ad he saw online. One night, after taking one, he experienced heart palpitations and a dizzy spell that terrified him. That was the fear that finally brought him to me. He saw his problem as a personal failing, a flaw in his character. He said, "I've spent my life fixing things, and now the one thing that feels broken is me, and I can't fix it." We ran a full workup. Samuel didn't have a character flaw. He had undiagnosed, uncontrolled high blood pressure.
The very pills he was taking were a dangerous gamble for a man with his condition. His erectile dysfunction wasn't a moral failing, it was a medical symptom. It was his body's check engine light, and it had been flashing for over a year. That conversation was the turning point. We started him on a safe, effective blood pressure medication. We talked about diet and gentle exercise. And yes, we found a medically appropriate, FDA-approved treatment for his erectile function that was safe for his heart. A few months later, he came back for a follow-up. He walked in, stood up straight, and shook my hand firmly. He looked me right in the eye. He said, "The best part isn't the sex, doc. The best part is that my wife and I are talking again. The secret is gone. I feel like her husband again, not a man hiding in his own house." Samuel's story is a powerful lesson. An honest 10-minute conversation that feels awkward could give you back 10 or 20 years of your life and your relationship. That is a trade worth making every single time. If Samuel's story resonates with you, if you are tired of carrying this burden in silence and are ready to trade that silence for a strategy, then I invite you to subscribe to ElderCare Insights. We are building a community of men who choose to face these challenges with courage and with facts. Click that subscribe button and join us. Mistake number 3: playing Russian roulette with miracle pills. Samuel's story highlights our third mistake: turning to the shadowy world of unregulated, over-the-counter male enhancement pills. The internet and gas station counters are flooded with them, wrapped in flashy packaging, promising to restore your youthful vigor in a single dose. Let me be blunt, as your doctor and advocate. Most of these are at best a complete waste of your hard-earned money. At worst, they are a dangerous game of Russian roulette with your health. The FDA has issued countless warnings about these products. Why? Because they are often found to contain hidden, undeclared ingredients. Sometimes it's analogs of prescription drugs like sildenafil, but in wildly unpredictable and unsafe doses. Other times it can be stimulants or other harmful substances. For a man over 60 who may already be on prescribed medications for blood pressure, diabetes, or a heart condition, the risk of a dangerous interaction is incredibly high. You have no idea what you are putting into your body. Real medical solutions, like FDA-approved oral medications prescribed by a doctor, work through proven, well-studied mechanisms. They are manufactured under strict quality controls, and your doctor prescribes them knowing your full health history. Don't gamble your life on a product that promises a miracle. If a solution sounds too good to be true, it always is.
Mistake number 4: neglecting the engine room, diet and exercise. The fourth mistake is searching for a magic pill while completely ignoring the foundation of all health, your daily habits. You cannot build a strong, resilient house on a crumbling foundation. And for a man's vitality, the foundation is his overall health. I call this neglecting the engine room. So many men want to polish the exterior of the car, but they ignore the engine that makes it run. Regular, moderate exercise is perhaps the most powerful medication we have. You don't need to become a marathon runner. A brisk 30-minute walk on most days of the week has been scientifically shown to dramatically improve circulation, lower blood pressure, and improve erectile function. Every step you take is a direct investment in your vascular health. The same is true for your diet. A heart-healthy diet is a penis-healthy diet. The very foods that clog the arteries leading to your heart,
highly processed foods, unhealthy trans fats, excessive sugar, and refined carbohydrates are doing the exact same damage to the delicate arteries throughout your body. By shifting to a diet rich in whole foods, plenty of colorful vegetables and fruits, lean proteins like fish and chicken, and healthy fats from olive oil, nuts, and avocados, you are not just managing your weight, you are actively fueling your entire system for vitality. You are giving your body the raw materials it needs to repair itself and function optimally. You cannot expect a high-performance engine to run well on low-grade fuel. Mistake number 5, forgetting the use it or lose it principle. Finally, we come to a mistake born from discouragement. It's giving up on sexual activity altogether, believing the machinery is permanently broken. You've likely heard the phrase, use it or lose it. This absolutely applies to your sexual function, but with a crucial dose of wisdom for our age. Regular sexual activity, whether it's with a partner or on your own, is a form of essential physical therapy for the penis. It promotes healthy blood flow, which delivers oxygen to the tissues, helping to keep them flexible and responsive. It also helps maintain the complex neural pathways between your brain and your body that are responsible for arousal and erection. Think of it like a classic car. If you let it sit in the garage for years without ever starting the engine, the seals will dry out, the battery will die, and the engine may seize up. It will be much harder to get it running again. But a car that is started and driven regularly, even for a short, gentle drive, remains in good working order. Your body operates on the same principle. This isn't about trying to match the frequency of a 25-year-old. That's a recipe for frustration. It's about maintaining function at a level that is healthy and right for you. It's about sending a consistent signal to your body that this system is still important, still needed, and still online. Gentle, consistent maintenance is the key to longevity for any valuable machine, and your body is the most valuable one you will ever own.
So, there they are, 5 common mistakes. But I don't want you to leave here today feeling a sense of guilt or regret over past choices. My goal is the opposite. I want you to leave with a feeling of clarity and profound power. These are not personal failures. They are simply blind spots. And today, you have turned on the lights. You are no longer operating in the dark. The man who ignores his body's signals is living in fear. The man who listens to them and seeks wise counsel is living in strength. The man who accepts decline as his destiny gives up his power. The man who adapts, learns, and takes action is the man who reclaims it. This is the shift in identity that is available to you, starting today. The challenges you face are not a final verdict on your manhood. They are not an ending. They are an invitation to become a more conscious, proactive, and knowledgeable steward of your own magnificent health. You have earned a lifetime of experience, and now is the time to apply that wisdom to your own well-being. You are not broken. You are not fading away. You are simply in a new season of life that requires a new, more intelligent strategy. What you've learned today is the what not to do, but what about a simple, powerful action you can do starting today? In our next video, I reveal a simple 3-minute daily exercise that targets the hidden engine of your erectile strength, your pelvic floor muscles. It's a game changer that most men have never been taught. Click the video on your screen now to learn this powerful technique. If this conversation has resonated with you, I invite you to subscribe to ElderCare Insights. Here, you will always find honest, respectful, and powerful health advice from someone who understands and respects your journey. And now it is essential to state the following.
The information provided in this video is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your physician or other qualified health provider with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition. Never disregard professional medical advice or delay in seeking it because of something you have seen here. Thank you for your time and your courage. Take that first small step today. It could change everything.